In this lesson, I will show you how to create a center line, midpoint line and infinity line. First, I will work with construction line, which is center line. If I want to create the center line, I have to go to drop down menu of this line tool. The second option is center line. To create the center line, I will activate it. I have to select my plane. To create my sketch, I will select front plane. I am inside this sketch. Now I have to create center line. Creating center line and line exactly same thing. Only difference is that is solid line and this is center line. So I will select my first point, then second point, and you can see this line is created. If I want to create a center line by using line tool, I can do that. I will activate my line tool. Then I will create this line. Then if I want, I can convert this to center line. I have to select this line, and here we can see this option is construction geometry. I can select it, or if I select it here inside this property manager, here is the option for construction. If I select it, it will convert to the construction geometry. Now you have to keep in mind, I converted this line to a construction geometry, and if I create a center line with exact same length, you can see both are same, but if I see closely, you will see this line length is different. The only difference is this is center line and this is construction line. That's why this is different. This length is different. So if you want to make a center line specifically, in that case you have to use this option. Otherwise, if you want to make a solid line then convert it to the construction geometry, you can do also by this way. Now I will create midpoint line. To create that, first I have to activate it. From this drop down menu of this line tool, I will select midpoint line. Then I have to select midpoint first, then I have to select endpoint. But if I want to create a normal line, I have to select first point and second point. So this is the main difference between this main solid line and midpoint line. For this normal line, I have to select first point, last point. For midpoint line, I have to start from the middle, but both lengths are same. If you want, you can also create your midpoint line by using this normal line tool. If I select it, at the bottom inside this option, you can see there is one option called midpoint line. If I select it, now I can start from center, then I have to specify my endpoint. Now I will show you how to create infinity line. To create the infinity line, I have to activate my line tool. Then from here there is one option, I can select it, infinity line. Then I just have to mention this point and the direction. Let's say if I specify this direction, and if I zoom out, you will see this is infinity line. Also, let's say you have a existing line here and you want to convert this line as an infinity line, you can do that. If I select it, then let's say I want to convert it to construction line. Also, I want to make it as an infinity line. Now if I zoom out, you can see this is completely infinity line.